Hi, welcome to Free Spirit and welcome to the spirit message that has been literally wouldn't let me go for like 3 days. I did this earlier this week and I had the video, I filmed the video, and something stopped me from posting it. And I'm learning more to trust, if it's not the right time or, whatever. I was waiting for more guidance and I'm thinking maybe I rambled too much or maybe I was unclear, left to my own devices. So I'm doing this again. This is the spirit message that I was referring to in the weekly spirit reading that I just posted yesterday for next week. That when we got the sun and there were all those plant references, I was blown away and struck to mute. What you didn't know was the spirit message I filmed but didn't post. And that's why they were making me feel, okay, I have to share the spirit message, but yet they were still making me hold back on the message that I had already filmed. So I was kind of like at a crossroads. And interestingly, I think this is actually playing into the message that's here, um, of us stepping more into this Queen of Roses energy. You who's listening, or even if you're masculine, it's a divine feminine energy that's probably not used to showing itself or stepping into that power or going forward or being more clear with that power. It's just really interesting how this played out on this message. There's something about that. Maybe it will get more clear. Actually, maybe it is following more the direct guidance that you're getting from Ascended Masters. But here they led me to 4 cards to illustrate this message more clearly. And literally the message is there's more divine enlightenment now and more divine appreciation, and it's feeling and seeing the light is leading to new growth. So these circumstances, they were saying, first of all, Ascended Masters, whether you believe in God, Spirit, Source, your loved ones passed on, Spirit Guides, they're all coming through so clearly. They kept on saying 2020 was like having clear 2020 vision. Everything's getting more clear. Also, I mean, they didn't give me the circumstances at the time. I had no way of knowing it was a pandemic, but it really is causing all of us. They gave me the illusion, almost like the analogy of, say we're a plant, and it's so interesting. There's the Queen of Roses. I'm going to give you the message how they gave it to me. Picture you are a plant, and this year in 2020, you were placed on a windowsill of the brightest light. Now, picture a plant when it's not in the light. There are elements of the plant where the leaves, the flowers, they're not facing the light. They turn brown, they wither, they die. We have all been the plant put in the windowsill of the brightest light, full sunlight. And in this full, direct divine enlightenment, we've all pretty much have seen the light. 2020, we've seen the light. Meaning like a year ago, what was on your priority list, you don't even think about today. They kept on saying, what is really important, we can count on one hand, how love and compassion have become the new currency, literally, where we're not making a paycheck. Some of us haven't even gotten paid for anything. We're running on love and kindness. Love and compassion is the new currency. It's also what you're seeing with the new creations right now. Also the new divine ideas, creativity, that the spirit has been the light of knowledge, new ideas, creativity. It's also Queen of Roses being like the mixture of the Empress, divine, rooted in divine love and compassion, the creations that we're birthing right now, to provide healing, to provide comfort, to provide solutions to problems. You're seeing the creativity. All the creativity is based out of and rooted in love and compassion. And that's what they wanted me to drum home. That is the new growth. So if you are a plant, the Queen of Roses power, rooted in love and compassion, and what you're birthing is what's being growing now in this divine light of enlightenment, as you are a plant in the new windowsill of direct they kept on saying direct. It's more direct divine enlightenment. We've all been touched by this. No one is hidden from this. All around the world, we're all experiencing this. We've all experienced this divine direct enlightenment. It's lifting us all up to rise to the occasion, to come from love and compassion, to birth and create from that place. So they literally showed me that it is more divine enlightenment and appreciation of the Queen of Roses, this divine feminine energy, whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. It's the divine feminine energy of birthing, creating, love, compassion. It's that. It's this divine feminine energy of creating and birthing, and based in and rooted in love and compassion, that will be appreciating and growing. And when you're in this divine state of power, coming from this rooted in love and compassion, you're getting the direct wisdom, direct ideas, direct creativity. You're seeing it all around, whether you're spiritual or not. That's where all the divine ideas, creations, creative, birthing the new, for divine healing, divine balance. We're one step on, we're executing it. They kept on saying we're tapped into spirit, executing on the ground so it can grow. We're executing it. We're grounding higher love, grounding higher ideas, creativity. It's coming from spirit, ascended masters who've walked the earth before, and our spirit guides. And it says, so they guided me to four cards that have come out in the last couple of weeks, and they were saying there is huge divine backing for these new creative ideas based in and rooted in the divine power of love and compassion, cooperative energy, birthing, creating, that is naturally appreciating right now. Let me show you the next cards. It's naturally appreciation. And that is what's naturally appreciating. We are literally the Queen of Roses. That is what we're appreciating in others when they're stepping in, linked with the divine for the divine ideas, creativity. We're all rising to the occasion, tapped into that creativity and this divine Queen of Roses energy. We're appreciating it, and that is what is literally being backed and appreciated right now, coming into full bloom. Your divine inner beauty. We're all rising and blooming these new creations coming from love and compassion. This is what's blooming inside all of us. And this is what's blooming inside of all of us. Just like those leaves that are placed on the windowsill with new light, new enlightenment, that is the divine inner beauty that's blooming in all of us to stand up like this, take our place as the divine Queen of Roses. And look, we're all standing up. Look at all the new creations blooming, each of us back here, each rising like that. How beautiful that is that we're creating on the earth, these new creations. Or if this is in fact your embodiment of this Queen of Roses power in the physical, birthing this. So they said huge divine backing for new creative ideas, based and rooted in the divine power of love and compassion, cooperating energy, birthing and creating that is naturally appreciating right now, coming into full bloom and new growth. It is the divine feminine energy of love and compassion giving birth to new creative ideas and new levels of love and compassion, now creating the new growth that is beautiful. And the increase of value, like they kept on saying, love and compassion are now the new currency. The increase of just the value of it, the actual value, is appreciating of love and compassion. And you see that all around because we've all, in this moment, the circumstances have brought us to our knees in appreciating others, appreciating love and compassion, the kindness of strangers, being there for others. The actual increase of value, the actual value is appreciating of love and compassion, and so is now manifesting from this actual place of power. That is what is also appreciating now too. So you're going to see, again, divine solutions, divine creativity based in and rooted in more love and compassion coming from this power of the Queen of Roses. And it's all based and rooted in more love and compassion. And then also there's going to be more actual fulfillment, divine fulfillment of that and growth from that. That also will be appreciated and appreciating. And you can't stop this. It's like the Ascended Masters are backing this and here for this. And there's just now much more divine enlightenment and appreciation. And then when feeling and seeing the light of new divine ideas, knowledge, enlightenment, that all leads for new growth. And new growth is creating the divine healing, balance, justice, and everything else that's beautiful. So these circumstances, again, they keep going back to that analogy of us being a plant. And when you're put out in a windowsill of full light, which these circumstances were, like being flooded with full, direct, divine enlightenment, you naturally will bloom divine inner beauty. You are blooming, we're all blooming with love and compassion and appreciation of love and compassion and manifesting and coming into this power. It's like the Queen of Roses power of you coming into full bloom. And we have all been feeling and seeing the light of them coming through, okay? And this is creating the new growth and creations rooted in love and compassion and us blooming as the Queen of Roses So it's literally getting the light, the new ideas, creations. We are the Queen of Roses to step into that power of love and creation, birthing the new, rooted in love and compassion. There is full appreciation for that, for us stepping into that, literally being that Queen of Roses, walking on the earth. We're all rising to the occasion, blooming right where we are, divine inner beauty in each of us, coming from this love and compassion and manifesting from that place. And when we do, look what we're creating as we all rise up like this. Say, this is you holding the flower. So is everybody else back here, over here. We're creating the new. It's birthing. It's coming into full bloom because we're getting all this divine, flooded, divine enlightenment. We've all seen the light all around the world. We're all seeing the light. What's important? We're coming from love and compassion. We're creating. We're tapping into the divine, tapping into your intuition, whatever you want to call it. But we are all getting whispered divine creations, divine ideas. You even look at inventors. Everybody thinks spirit. I mean, they give spirit the credit, but a lot of people don't. But you will see around. People are getting divine ideas, divine new ways to do business, divine new ways to get back to new levels of growth here. It's all creating divine healing, divine balance, divine justice situations, being there for each other. But it's being rooted in love and compassion that is providing this new growth. And it's the light of spirit. Like, we're all been flooded with this divine light of new ideas, wisdom, ways to go, love and compassion, blooming that in us. So we all take our place, rise up with that. And that is what's birthing the new. And not only that, but nothing can stop this. They kept on saying, like, this is divine backing, it's divine light to birth these things from that are rooted in love and compassion. So not only are we physically in our day-to-day appreciating when things are coming, manifesting from love and compassion, we're so thankful and grateful that people are coming up with the ideas, or someone's there for you, that outpouring. But it's divinely backed as well. There's something very magical about that, about this Queen of Roses power right now, that if you're coming from love and compassion and trying to manifest from that place, you have divine backing. You're getting the divine ideas. You're getting the divine connections. You're getting in the divine flow of it, because it's not just assisting you, it's assisting it all. And I have goosebumps when I say that. So, and there's a reason why, for some reason, they made me redo this video. And maybe if I watch it again, I'll understand. Maybe a lot of us were not used to coming forward, or we want to get more clear, or we want to be more pure. We want to make sure it really is coming from love and compassion. Um, it's that that's appreciating right now, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful, and that's why all these analogies are coming through with the Queen of Roses and the sun and the light and enlightenment, and it's this and growth. It's all analogies to plants. It's like, they said, more direct enlightenment and appreciation. It's feeling and seeing the light that's leading to new growth, and it's us individually feeling and seeing the light, a light, the light of wisdom, the light of truth, the light of love and compassion, the power, the divine power of the Queen of Roses, actually caring about yourself and other people around you in the environment. Coming from manifesting from love and compassion, you can see that that can not only be fulfilled, but make a difference and actually be even more valuable. And there's something about that where, in the old past ways, there wasn't a value to being love and compassion. It was quiet. It was not manifesting here on the earth. It was like, you got ahead by cutting corners, not being that way, or however our society worked. Who knows? But now we're coming back. I mean, that would be a whole other video. We're coming back. What's divine backing? And not only divine backing, but we ourselves are fully appreciating and valuing enlightenment, things coming and manifesting, rooted and based in love and compassion for ourselves, for others, the earth, the world. And you're seeing the divine creativity. That is what's going to be growing. Step into your Queen of Roses power, whether you're male or female. You have divine backing. You'll get divine ideas, creations, creativity. We're birthing the new for the growth, for the healing, for the balance, for the solutions. That's what's being divinely backed. That is what is appreciating. You should feel like this rose coming into full bloom. Your divine inner beauty is being activated and bloomed right now to stand up and rise up and manifest being rooted in love and compassion. And you have divine backing for that. We're all appreciating that, in others and in ourselves, coming from being rooted in love and compassion. And it is receiving divine backing. um, where you'll see divine solutions, divine creativity, and it's stepping more and utilizing the Queen of Roses power. This is being loving, compassionate, birthing. I always think of it as like the Empress and the Divine High Priestess together, very divinely linked. So you're getting the creativity ideas, ways to go, but you're rooted in love and compassion, giving birth, and look at the growth. And we're all doing this, male or female, all around. You're seeing people rising up, coming in the fullness of who they are, rooted in love and compassion, opening up. We're all connecting with more love and compassion, care. We're providing healing, divine balance, justice, and this is going to be growing. That's what they kept on saying. So that's why I was struck to mute in the overall weekly reading when we got the sun, when we said plant your new life seeds, when they said all of that. I mean, there were so many analogies to roses and sun and planting and new growth and being rooted from love and compassion. Look at what's growing. Look at how we've been flooded with light. All of us have had wake-up calls. We're flooded with light. We're getting tremendous knowledge, wisdom. We're rising up to the occasion. We're running on divine fuel. We're staying positive no matter what. They kept saying the positive part of you that remains positive during this time is the divine part of you. We're all stepping up wherever you're planted, rising up to the occasion, planting your seeds, growing, rooted from love and compassion. Look at what's growing. Look at what's growing. Look at what's appreciating with divine backing, and that's where we fully appreciate that too. We recognize that in each other when we're rising up in that manner, and look at what we're creating and birthing and growing on this earth. Like when we all do that, coming into full bloom, running on love, compassion, manifesting from that place, beautiful. And what divine backing? Because you're going to see all the creations, divine ideas, ways to move forward, and it's all based in real divine love and compassion and new growth. So that was the spirit message that they made me redo, and now you'll understand why I was struck to mute with the overall weekly spirit reading. But they literally said there's more divine enlightenment and appreciation, and feeling and seeing the light only leads naturally to more new growth, and that's what's happening. And it's this divine Queen of Roses power, feminine energy. It's really, really beautiful. Divine backing of Queen of Roses um, power. The power of being loving and compassionate and manifesting, rooted from that love and compassion. What can grow? What we're all blooming in ourselves. And that's what's appreciating. There's such appreciation for you from coming from this place because you're like executing. Like if you got the idea and you take the power of the Queen of Roses and you stand right where you are and manifest it, and you're coming from that place, you're executing that divine idea. Do you know what I'm saying? We are the planters here of this new growth, rooted in love and compassion. So that was the spirit message. All right, I got it out. This was 3 days in the making, and this is the second video, but I think this is more clear, and then you'll understand why I was struck to mute when for the overall weekly spirit reading going into June, we got the sun and going forward and planting new seeds and new levels of connection with people. They kept on saying we're definitely, even though we can't touch each other, we're definitely connecting on much deeper levels than we ever did. We can't hug each other, but we're hugging hearts, and we're truly connecting deeper, more intimately, more lovingly, and at the root, at the core with people than we ever did before. So all is not what it seems, and this is just a beautiful message, all about more direct enlightenment, more direct growth, stepping into more Queen of Roses power to manifest, all rooted from more love and compassion, and that's what's growing. That's what's being backed. That's what the light is shining a light on, ways to do that, and that's what's going to be growing, providing more healing and balance. So I hope this was not as rambling as the one that I didn't post, and it was more clear, and it is a beautiful message to hold on to as we go forward into June. Take care. Bye-bye.